This is tutorial number 5 for map assignment number 6, and let's look at our HF shading results. I've done a prediction at 8K, and I'm going to move down to viewport 6 so I can really seed this left array section view, and you can see that, well, what can you see? I know prediction takes a moment or two on map, but I highly encourage you use this view and kind of do before and afters. Now, of course, I've provided this data for you. From the shading EQ suggestions that I provided, this is our before, and you can see that it's quite a bit brighter up front than it is after. And this shows you how powerful this left view or this section view can be. Now, of course, we want to deal with the fact that it is a little darker up here, and we want to and this little moment here shows you how effective this can be, but also how effective this view is. It doesn't really indicate to you how dark it actually is in the far audience until you see the isometric 3D view. Anyway, we've got this far throw boxes. They need some extra high frequencies, and we're going to use exactly the same process. Do note, and I'm going to go over to viewport 1 here, and I'm going to lose our prediction here. And I'm going to, I didn't mean to lose it. I want to hide my left array section. Actually, we can leave that in. That might be useful. Do note that quite a lot of boxes are firing this far. In fact, 2 are firing over the top. So we're going to need to EQ more boxes this time around. So I'm going to go to processor settings, and I'm going to move to the first few boxes. And my settings, what I came to after not too much experimentation, is taking the top 4 boxes and adding +6 above 3K, and then boxes 5 and 6 only doing +3. And it's the same approach. I just added 6, moved to channel 2, and added 6, moved to channel 2, add 6, and 4 is also going to have 6, and of course I did 3 dB here. Now this may be way too much, but you know, is an experimentation, and I think it kind of works. We'll see in a moment. So 7 should have nothing, then it should be 3, 3, 6, 6, 6, 6, and of course we go back to the model view and got a predicted 8K. While that's going on, let's see what's going on here. Here are my results. So in isometric, it really helps out, right? You can see how that turned into that. On the left section view, this is what it looks like. This is without any shading at all. So this is before we attenuated the bottom and added boost to the top. And this view, again, probably is better for determining coverage, but this view is better for kind of seeing what's happening at the array. So I think it's very powerful to use both tools. And I think you can argue that my technique here, my HF shading, my approach here, has improved the array. There's some concern, you know, with all that boosts at high end. What are we doing to our headroom? You know, the top boxes are more likely to clip before the bottom boxes. You're going to have to accommodate that and know that. You know, that this is actually changing the overall headroom of the PA. But generally, it's pretty good. I think we could dive in and maybe tweak the bottom of the array a little bit more. I'm going to hide the left section view. Yeah, it's okay. And, you know, maybe we still want to tweak the bottom of the array a little bit, attenuated downward. But generally, we're pretty good. Do take a screenshot of everything now. You're done with HF shading. Please do the whole entire screen. I kind of want to see everything. And look, mine's a little chopped off. That's no bueno. Yours should not be chopped off. Name it, what's it said here? Shaded dot your last name, your first name, so I can kind of see where you're at. Optionally at this point, you do have a choice here to realize that we have seriously attenuated the bottom of the array, and this is going to affect where the acoustic crossover with the front fills are, because in your last assignment we really carefully picked a location of 6 dB down from the main array, and by turning these down, by turning the arrays down, we've essentially moved that acoustic crossover into the venue. And so the level time combined, equal level equal time, acoustic crossover of the front fills is now gone this way into the venue. So I recommend you spend some time here. It's not very difficult, but take a trace of the mains and then take a trace of, and then go live with the fills, both the left and right and then the center, and calibrate them for equal level again. And so you actually can move your acoustic crossover back to where you want it. I'm not going to do that in this assignment to save us 5 extra minutes. If you want to do it, go back and watch those previous videos. I recommend it. In your sound system bid number 3, you're going to be needing to do that. So the one suggestion I make is, in the future, don't do your front fills until you're all done with your mains. Like this kind of optimization where we use HF shading. In a moment, we're going to use LMBC. Do all that before you ever get to your front fills, and then you won't have this issue. And you can use what Bob McCarthy calls the A plus B equals AB system, where you get a system perfectly together, then you tie it to another system, and then you'll go back and mess with it. And this is a highly recommended workflow to embrace in our industry, where you have so many discrete little systems, and you want to, once you're done, call them done. Okay. We'll move in a moment and dive into beam steering, which is pretty exciting.